Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David. And with pregame routines coming to an end.
Well, after it
Seems like they are. Thanks, DA. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at New York, off to a great start this season, currently in second.
And I think for the Knicks, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Barrett at the 3 slot. And for Dallas, they've got Porzingis, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 slot. All free throws good from Doncic. On when you see that step-back 3, Clark for Doncic. Shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what they say, Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top-notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
And here's Smith, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. In the corner, Barrett with it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The 10-footer. And the shot is long. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Dallas moving the ball around. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porzingis.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proving to be a reliable passer.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Smith. Shoots over Brunson. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Boy, a big summer for the Mavs here in 2019. Huge cap room. They were looking to stock up on veteran talent while Doncic was still on that rookie contract. Pretty solid position for the Mavericks.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Then for the Knicks, Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. And Morris subbed in for Trier. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
And yet to attack the paint here, everything's coming from the outside.
And, you know, if you're on defense, Greg, that's exactly what you want. Keep them shooting over the top.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
You talk about the aggressive summer for the Mavericks. The max extension for Porzingis was a given.
Yeah, I agree. And you take a look at what else they needed. More shooting, two-way veteran players if they're going to make a push for the playoffs.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. Curry's checked in for the Mavericks. Kevin Knox is checked in for New York. Elfrid Payton comes in for Dennis Smith. Count it.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Count it. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
It's stolen by Barea. And here we go. Fast break. Barea's got it. Curry gets the bucket.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Now, here's Barrett, guarded by Curry. Here's Knox, and he banks in the layup.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Here's Barea, banked in off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And, Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Justin Jackson in for Luka Doncic.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Knicks trail by 9. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Knox. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Marjanovic finds Powell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And Powell, with that long body of his, does a nice job going at the defense and forcing them to foul.
The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
The free throw drops for Powell. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
There's the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And so it's Dallas, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know,
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
They've got Curry. Marjanovic is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's J.J. Barea. And it's Jackson in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And here we go. Fast break. Barea's got it. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Here's the teardrop. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Payton. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season we thought the Knicks' cornerstone player was Kristaps Porzingis. But the player and the team fell out of love with each other, and the Knicks traded him to Dallas. The draft picks and cap space freed them up for a wild summer, led by the drafting of rookie R.J. Barrett in the draft. Now New York has one of the more drastically revamped rosters in the league. Kevin, there's a lot to be excited about going forward in the Big Apple.
Big moves indeed, David. Thank you. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. And then for New York, Robinson's checked in for Marcus Morris. Alonzo Trier comes in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Elfrid Payton. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Mark, who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Boy, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a joy to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Smith.
Well, Smith is both a volume and efficient three-point scorer. I mean, he shoots a lot of them, but he makes a good percentage of them, too.
And he's able to get it back. That one falls. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. So for the Knicks, Bobby Portis is checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And Randall subbed in for Taj Gibson. Here's Smith. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
I like how Smith goes right at the defense. Actually, I love his attack mentality. He's not shy about shooting it inside.
Here's Powell. He hits it from 9. Powell's got 4 this quarter. Knicks trail by 5. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Picking up his 2nd foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Curry has it in the corner. Dallas moving the ball around. And Doncic, here we go. The shot's good. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Smith. New York, no good that time either.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time. Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point range. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who to agree with.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Smith's got 10 points.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove. You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
J.J. Barea's checked in for the Mavericks. The Knicks also changing it up. Morris is checked in for Kevin Knox. Barrett comes in for Alonzo Trier. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Dennis Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And have to admire how hard Barrett goes. This kind of assertiveness is what makes defenders feel uneasy.
And that one falls for Barrett. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
With the handle goes Julius Randle. Boy, there's a lot you got to like about this kid.
The pass to Porzingis. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive.
And that does it for the first half of play. It's Dallas. They're up by 9.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. Barrett and Randall are in the forward position. Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
Smith, the pass to Robinson. Pass to Barrett. Over Hardaway. Barrett, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Floats one up. Here's Robinson. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Passes it to Randall. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level, that's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing. In New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Here's Smith. And that time, also a missed shot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard.
thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The rebound by Marjanovic.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Smith missing again.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. I mean, of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Dallas making a switch here. Correa's checked in. A different look for New York. Bobby Portis is checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Marcus Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Taj Gibson picks one up. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Here's Barea. Plays it up and banks it in. Barea's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Portis. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Pass to Morris to end the run. Mavericks with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Here's Barrett. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The pass to Curry. Dallas moving it around. Here's Finney Smith, defended by Gibson. Now, here is Morris. He's covered closely.
Gibson is a handful to deal with inside at times. Good at forcing the defense to foul him.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Gibson. Good on both. Brunson with it. On the wing, Hardaway. With 1 on the clock. No good. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights up. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Moment here now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Luka Doncic. David.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Dallas. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. This is never the way you want to lead off, but they have no choice. They still have to play the games. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Barea is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
You know, Barea is extremely fast. Explodes to the basket whenever he sees a lane available.
And Hardaway comes to help. Here's Trier, the feed to Randall. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Brunson, good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
New York, no good that time either. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
Oh, I love the way Peyton is always looking to swing the ball. I mean, he's constantly on the lookout for the ball reversal to help an open teammate get a shot.
Ryan Brokoff's checked in for Dallas. Lee comes in for J.J. Barea. Dotson's checked in for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock comes in for Alonzo Trier.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Back to Lee. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Peyton. Peyton's got 4 assists in the game. Mavericks have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the 4th. A perfect 6 for 6. Bullock, good.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Yeah, Porzingis showing you persistence there, just doing a nice job staying with it and finding a way to capitalize.
And New York making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Pass to Gibson. Nice D from Porzingis.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. And Barea subbed in for Curry. Now Ellington. There's 25 seconds left in the game. Passes it to Gibson. Clock at 6. Over Jackson. No good from Gibson. Marjanovic passes to Brokaw. Back to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.